Okay, welcome to Civil 3D Styles Part 1. Now, as we know, styles are contained in the Settings tab. I'm going to start a brand new drawing, and I always start with one of the Civil 3D templates because they have a bunch of predefined styles already contained within them, and I can copy and edit those any way I want. If you use one of the standard AutoCAD templates like AutoCAD DWT or AutoCAD ISO, you're going to have to build all those styles from scratch, and that's an awful lot of work, so don't do that. Open up one of those example templates, start a new drawing using one of those templates, and when I go into the Settings tab, as you know, that's where I can find all my styles. So if I expand out point, for instance, I have two main types of styles: the point style and the label style. The point style shows what type of marker is going to be applied to that style. The label style shows how that style is going to be labeled. And the same goes for any of these objects. So for instance, under surface, I have the surface styles, and then I have the label styles. All right, and the same thing goes for parcel styles, label styles. Any of those objects are all the same. Styles all work the same for any object. All right, now let's open up that project example file we were working with earlier in the previous segment. Okay, and that can be found on the O drive. Now this drawing contains a number of different objects, all with numerous styles that we can choose to display that particular object with. Now, as you know, if I go into my Prospector tab, this shows me all the different types of objects and data that is in my drawing. And the Settings tab shows me what styles I can use to display that data with. So let's take a look at my surface, for instance. Now on my surface, you'll see that it's all one object, and it's using a particular style to display it. And if I right click on that particular surface, I can choose Surface Properties. And then in the Information tab of my surface properties, it has a list of all my surface styles. Okay, there they all are listed there. And I can choose any one of those to display my surface in a different way. So as I choose the different styles, those the surface will change accordingly using any of the styles that I have available to me. All right. Now, that's how I can apply styles directly to the surface. If I expand out surface under the Settings tab, it shows me all my surface styles that are available there. So here I can delete, edit, copy styles, and make any changes to them any way I like. Now, I mentioned before that we don't use layers very often in Civil 3D. In fact, very rarely should you have to go into the Layer Properties Manager, because all our display is used through the styles. All right, and as you can see, if I select my layer control, I have an enormous amount of layers in this drawing. Okay, but if I wanted to show or not show certain objects, I would have to dig through a lot of different layers to try to turn things on or off, and I don't want to have to do that. It's very simple through styles. For instance, if I don't want to show that particular surface, instead of having to freeze a bunch of layers, I can just select that surface, right click, go into my surface properties, and go no display. Every particular object has that no display style, and that surface is no longer displayed. All right. So let's take a look at a particular surface style. So I'm going to select that surface in my Settings tab, and I'm going to select one of these surfaces, and I'm going to go Edit. Right click and go Edit. And if I click the Display tab, it'll show me all the different components associated with that surface. And each one of those components has a layer. So unless you want to have to go in and turn layers on and off for one particular object, always work with the style itself. Why do we need these layers, you ask? Well, sometimes we have plain AutoCAD users that need to access this drawing, and in that case they will have to use the layers to turn things on and off. All right, but for us, we're lucky with Civil 3D that if we need to make some changes to a particular object, we can just select the object, go into the properties, and turn it on or off, or make any changes that we like. And it's very simple and quick and easy to do. All right, we'll see you at Styles Part 2.